Hello to our valued viewers. We hope you're all doing well. Before we start, a sincere thank you to everyone for your incredible support. It's your dedication that motivates our entire team every day. Every video we create for the Jim Rohn Insights channel is a labor of love, carefully crafted to inspire and guide you. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Your support helps us to continue sharing these valuable life lessons with a wider audience. Thank you again for being a part of this community. Now, let's dive into today's video. Every day is a chance to improve, to get closer to your goals, and to create a life you're truly proud of. But the truth is, success doesn't happen by accident. It happens because of the choices you make, and the habits you build. What you work on today shapes your tomorrow. If you've ever wondered what really makes a difference in life, you're in the right place. In this video, we're going to talk about 10 key things you should focus on every single day. These aren't just ideas, they're practical steps that will help you grow, become more confident, and lead a life with purpose. Think about this. How different could your life be if you spent each day working on the things that truly matter? The answers you're looking for start here. Stick around and let's explore how you can take control of your days and create a stronger, happier, and more successful you. Time management. Time management is one of the most important things you can master in life. You see, time doesn't wait for anyone. It keeps moving forward, and every day we have 24 hours to use as we see fit. The question is, are you using your time wisely, or are you letting it slip through your fingers? Let's face it, we all get busy. There's always something to do. But the real difference between those who succeed and those who don't comes down to how they use their time. The best people in the world, the ones who really achieve great things, are the ones who understand the value of time and know how to manage it. Here's the thing. Time is limited. You can't get more of it. You can always make more money, but you can never make more time. So what do you do with your time? That's what really matters. First off, you need to be intentional about your time. What do I mean by that? Well, it's easy to waste time without even realizing it. You might spend hours on social media, watch TV for too long, or get distracted with things that don't help you move forward. The key is to become aware of where your time is going. You need to know where you're spending your time, and why. Are you spending your time doing things that will bring you closer to your goals? Are you investing your time in things that will help you grow and improve? If not, it's time to make a change. Here's a simple exercise. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to reflect on how you spent your time. Write it down if you can. Ask yourself, was I productive today? Did I spend my time on things that mattered, or did I waste time? This simple exercise can help you realize where your time is going and help you make better choices the next day. It's all about being conscious of how you use your time. Another powerful way to manage your time better is to plan ahead. Every successful person I know plans their day the night before. They know exactly what they're going to do when they wake up. They know their priorities and they know what they need to focus on. Planning your day ahead of time doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as making a list of the top 3 things you need to accomplish. Don't try to do everything. Focus on what's most important. What are the 3 things that will move you closer to your goals? That's where you should focus your energy. When you wake up in the morning, don't just jump into the day without a plan. You'll end up getting distracted, and your time will slip away. Instead, wake up with a clear idea of what you need to do and what your priorities are. Another key part of time management is learning to say no. This is a big one. You don't have to say yes to every request that comes your way. Saying yes to everything means you're giving away your time to other people's priorities, not your own. And before you know it, your time is gone and you've made no progress on what really matters to you. It's okay to say no. In fact, it's necessary. You need to protect your time and make sure you're using it for the things that matter most. Saying no to distractions, unnecessary commitments, and things that don't align with your goals is a powerful way to take control of your time. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I don't have enough time in the day. We've all been there. But the truth is, it's not about having more time. It's about making the time you have count. If you're serious about achieving your goals, you'll find the time. It's about making the most of what you've got. Another thing to keep in mind is that time management isn't just about work. It's also about taking care of yourself. Your health, your relationships, your personal growth. All of these things are just as important as your work. In fact, they're often the things that give you the energy and motivation to do your best work. If you're not taking care of yourself, you won't have the energy or focus to manage your time effectively. That's why it's so important to prioritize your health and well-being. Make time for exercise, rest, and relaxation. Make time for the people who matter to you. When you take care of yourself, you'll be better able to manage your time and be more productive. Here's the bottom line. Time is a precious resource. You can't get it back, but you can make the most of it. By being intentional with your time, planning ahead, saying no to distractions, and taking care of yourself, you can achieve more in a day than most people do in a week. If you want to be successful, you've got to take control of your time. It's the one thing you have the power to manage. Don't let it slip away. Don't let it go to waste. Take charge of your time and use it wisely. Learning something new. If you want to grow, if you want to improve your life, you need to commit to learning something new every single day. This is not just about picking up a new skill for the sake of it. It's about sharpening your mind, broadening your perspective, and making sure that you are always moving forward. The world is constantly changing, and if you're not learning, you're falling behind. The good news is, learning doesn't have to be complicated or overwhelming. It doesn't require a degree or hours spent in a classroom. Learning can happen in small, everyday moments. The key is to be curious, to stay open, and to make learning a part of your routine. Start with a simple mindset shift. Look at the world around you as an opportunity to learn. Every person you meet, every book you read, every situation you find yourself in holds a lesson. But you've got to be paying attention to it. Too many people go through their days on autopilot, missing out on the learning moments that could change their lives. So how do you start learning something new every day? Let's break it down. First, commit to reading. This is one of the most powerful ways to learn. If you're not reading, you're missing out on a wealth of knowledge that can help you grow in ways you never imagined. You don't have to read a whole book every day. Even just a few pages can open your mind and give you fresh ideas. What kind of books should you read? That's up to you. But always choose books that challenge your thinking and make you look at the world from a different angle. Read books on personal growth, finance, relationships, or whatever area of your life you want to improve. The goal is to expose yourself to new ideas and perspectives, and reading is one of the best ways to do that. You can also learn by listening. Podcasts, audiobooks, or lectures are great ways to pick up new knowledge while you're doing other things. Whether you're driving, exercising, or even cooking, you can always be learning. So make it a habit to listen to something that will teach you something new whenever you can. This will help you turn everyday tasks into learning opportunities. But learning isn't just about reading or listening. It's also about applying what you learn. Knowledge is only valuable when you use it. So when you learn something new, don't just store it away in your head. Put it into practice. Take action on what you've learned. The more you apply what you learn, the more it becomes a part of you, and the more it helps you grow. You also want to learn from the people around you. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to be a student, even if you're in a room full of experts. Everyone has something to teach you. Everyone has experiences and insights that you can learn from. Sometimes the best lessons come from those you least expect. Think about the people in your life right now. What can you learn from them? Maybe it's a colleague who has mastered a skill you're trying to develop. Maybe it's a friend who's been through a tough situation and has valuable wisdom to share. Don't miss out on these opportunities. Ask, listen, and learn from the people around you. You also want to embrace mistakes and failures as learning experiences. When you try something new, it's not always going to work out perfectly. That's okay. In fact, failure is often the best teacher. It shows you what doesn't work, which can be just as valuable as learning what does. The key is not to give up when things don't go as planned. Instead, take a step back, learn from your mistakes, and try again. Every failure is a lesson that brings you one step closer to success. Learning something new every day also keeps your mind sharp. It keeps you engaged in the world around you, and it prevents you from falling into the trap of complacency. You don't want to be the person who stops growing because they think they know everything. The moment you stop learning is the moment you start stagnating. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep challenging yourself to be better than you were yesterday. In addition to reading, listening, and learning from others, consider taking on new challenges. When you push yourself outside of your comfort zone, you force yourself to learn new skills and expand your abilities. Whether it's taking on a new project at work, learning a new hobby, or even traveling to a new place, these experiences push you to learn and grow in ways that you might not have expected. One of the most important aspects of learning is being consistent. It's not about learning a lot all at once. It's about making learning a daily habit. Even just 10 to 15 minutes of focused learning each day adds up over time. The key is to stay consistent. It's the small daily actions that lead to big results. So commit to learning something new every day. Whether it's reading a few pages of a book, listening to a podcast, or learning from someone you admire, make learning a priority. It doesn't have to be a huge time commitment. It's about making a conscious effort every day to grow, to improve, and to become a better version of yourself. In the end, the more you learn, the more you will achieve. Learning opens up opportunities. It opens your mind. It helps you solve problems, create solutions, and navigate the challenges that life throws your way. And the more you learn, the more confident you'll become in your ability to succeed. The world is full of opportunities for growth and learning if you're willing to take advantage of them. So what will you learn today? What new knowledge will you gain? The choice is yours. But remember, learning is not just a one-time thing. It's a lifelong journey. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep moving forward. The best is yet to come. Communication skills. If you want to improve your life, relationships, and opportunities, there's one area you absolutely must work on every day: your communication skills. Good communication is the foundation for building strong connections with others. It's how you express your ideas, how you listen to others, and how you influence the world around you. Without it, even the best ideas can fall flat. Let's start with the basics: listening. Most people think communication is all about talking, but listening is even more important. When you truly listen, you show the other person that they matter. You're not just waiting for your turn to speak. You're genuinely trying to understand what they're saying. This kind of listening builds trust and respect, which are key to any strong relationship. To be a good listener, you need to focus. Put down your phone, look the other person in the eye, and really hear what they're saying, not just the words, but the feelings behind them. Ask questions to show you're engaged and don't interrupt. Let them finish their thoughts before you respond. When you listen like this, people feel valued, and that's a powerful thing. Now let's talk about how you express yourself. Clear and simple communication is always better. Too many people try to sound smart by using big words or complicated sentences, but that often confuses the message. Speak in a way that's easy to understand. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Tone is another critical part of communication. It's not just about the words you use, it's how you say them. Your tone can show confidence, kindness, or even frustration. People don't just hear what you say, they feel it. So if you want to make a good impression, make sure your tone matches your message. Body language is also part of communication. Sometimes what you're not saying speaks louder than your words. Your posture, gestures, and facial expressions all send messages. Stand tall to show confidence, smile to show warmth and openness, and make eye contact to show you're paying attention. These small things can make a big difference in how people perceive you. Another important skill is learning how to adapt your communication to different situations and people. Not everyone communicates in the same way, and that's okay. Some people are more direct while others are more subtle. Some prefer facts and logic while others respond to emotions. The key is to read the situation and adjust your approach. When you can meet people where they are, your message will have a much greater impact. One area many people struggle with is handling difficult conversations. Whether it's giving feedback, resolving a conflict, or setting boundaries, tough conversations are part of life. The key is to approach these situations with honesty and respect. Be direct but not harsh. Focus on the problem, not the person, and always listen to their perspective, even if you don't agree. Difficult conversations aren't easy, but they're necessary for growth and understanding. Empathy is another cornerstone of good communication. This means putting yourself in the other person's shoes and trying to see things from their perspective. When you do this, You create a deeper connection because the other person feels understood. Empathy isn't about agreeing with someone. It's about recognizing their feelings and showing them that you care. Storytelling is a powerful communication tool that often gets overlooked. When you share a story, you make your message more relatable and memorable. People connect with stories in a way they don't connect with facts or data. So the next time you want to make a point, try telling a story that illustrates your message. It doesn't have to be long or elaborate, just something that helps others see your perspective. Practice is essential for building better communication skills. Just like any other skill, the more you practice, the better you'll get. Start small. Have meaningful conversations with the people in your life. Join a group or take a class where you can practice speaking in front of others. Every little bit helps. Feedback is also crucial. Ask people you trust how you come across in conversations. Are you clear? Are you confident? Are you listening as much as you're talking? Be open to their input and use it to improve. Growth doesn't happen without a little self-reflection and a willingness to change. Another part of communication is knowing when not to speak. Silence can be powerful. Sometimes the best thing you can do is pause, think, and then respond. Rushing to fill every silence with words can lead to misunderstandings or unnecessary conflict. Take your time and choose your words carefully. Communication isn't just about what happens in person. These days, a lot of our interactions happen through text, email, or social media. The same principles apply. Be clear, be respectful, and take the time to think before you hit send. Remember, once your words are out there, you can't take them back. Finally, don't forget the importance of kindness in communication. A kind word can brighten someone's day. A compliment can build someone's confidence. Encouragement can inspire someone to keep going. The way you speak to others has the power to lift them up or tear them down. Choose your words wisely and use them to make a positive impact. Improving your communication skills takes time and effort, but the results are worth it. When you communicate well, you build stronger relationships, solve problems more effectively, and create opportunities for yourself. It's a skill that benefits every area of your life, from your career to your personal relationships. So take the time to work on your communication skills every day. Listen more, speak clearly, show empathy, practice and ask for feedback. Adapt to different situations. Be kind and intentional with your words. The better you communicate, the better your life will become. Communication is the bridge between you and the people around you. Build it strong, and it will take you far. Financial discipline. If you want to live a life of stability and freedom, mastering financial discipline is non-negotiable. Your financial habits can either open doors to opportunities or weigh you down with unnecessary stress. It's not about how much money you make, it's about how you manage what you have. Let's break this down into practical steps you can start working on every day. The first step is understanding where your money goes. You can't fix what you can't see. Keep track of every dollar you spend. It's not just about big purchases. It's those little daily expenses that sneak up on you. That coffee on the way to work, the snacks at the petrol station, the streaming subscriptions you don't even use anymore. Write it all down. You'll be amazed at how quickly those small things add up. Once you know where your money is going, you can start making better choices. Create a budget. Don't think of it as restricting your life. Think of it as taking control. A budget is just a plan for your money, telling it where to go instead of wondering where it went. List your essentials first: housing, food, transportation, and savings. Then, allocate what's left to things you enjoy, but do it with intention. Speaking of savings, that's non-negotiable. Pay yourself first. Before you spend a dime on anything else, set aside money for your future. Start small if you have to. £10, £20, whatever you can manage, but make it consistent. Over time, this habit builds security and peace of mind. It's not just about having money for emergencies, it's about giving yourself options down the road. Debt is another area that requires discipline. If you've got debt, make a plan to pay it off. Start with the highest interest debts first, or tackle the smallest balances to build momentum. It doesn't matter which method you choose, as long as you're moving forward. Avoid taking on new debt unless it's absolutely necessary. Living within your means might not be glamorous, but it's a lot less stressful than living paycheck to paycheck while juggling credit card bills. Discipline also means resisting the urge to spend on impulse. How many times have you bought something you didn't need, only to regret it later? Before making a purchase, ask yourself a few questions. Do I need this? Will I still want it in a week? Is there a better use for this money? Most of the time, you'll find that waiting a little longer helps you make better decisions. Now, let's talk about long-term planning. Financial discipline isn't just about today, it's about preparing for tomorrow. If you don't have a retirement plan, start one. Even if retirement feels like it's decades away, the earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. Look into investment options and educate yourself about how they work. You don't need to be an expert, but you do need to take action. Be careful about keeping up with others. It's easy to fall into the trap of comparing your life to what you see on social media or what your friends are doing. Just because someone else is buying a new car or going on expensive holidays doesn't mean you should too. Focus on your goals, not someone else's lifestyle. Generosity is part of financial discipline too. Giving back doesn't mean you have to give away all your money. It means being intentional about how you help others. Set aside a portion of your income for causes you care about or people in need. It's not just about the financial benefit, it's about the kind of person you become when you make giving a habit. Building financial discipline also means educating yourself. Learn about money, read books, watch videos, or talk to people who are good with their finances. The more you understand, the better decisions you'll make. Knowledge gives you confidence, and confidence helps you stick to your plan. Finally, remember that financial discipline is a daily practice. It's not about being perfect, it's about making consistent progress. Some days will be harder than others, but every good choice you make builds momentum. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small they seem. Every pound saved, every debt paid off, every smart decision gets you closer to the life you want. Financial discipline isn't about deprivation, it's about freedom. When you take control of your money, you take control of your life. You reduce stress, open up opportunities, and give yourself the chance to live on your own terms. It starts with small, consistent steps and it grows into something that changes your life. Work on it every day, and you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. Number 5. Improve your attitude. Your attitude is like the lens through which you view the world. A positive, determined, and open mindset can completely change how you experience life, how others perceive you, and the results you achieve. Improving your attitude is something you must work on every single day because it affects everything: your relationships, your work, and even your health. Start by being aware of your thoughts. What's going on in your mind throughout the day? Are you focusing on the negatives? What's wrong? What's unfair? What's missing? Or are you looking for the good? What's right? What's possible? What you can be grateful for? Your thoughts drive your emotions, and your emotions fuel your actions. If you catch yourself thinking negatively, stop and shift your focus. Ask yourself, what's something I can appreciate right now? Even on the hardest days, there's always something to be thankful for. Gratitude is the foundation of a good attitude. How you start your day matters. When you wake up, don't just dive straight into stress or complaints. Take a moment to set the tone for the day. Think about what you want to accomplish, who you want to be, and how you want to show up in the world. Remind yourself of your goals and your purpose. A simple morning routine, like journaling or saying affirmations, can help you focus your energy on the positive. Surround yourself with positive influences. The people you spend time with have a big impact on your attitude. If you're always around complainers or critics, it's easy to get pulled down. Instead, seek out people who lift you up, challenge you to grow, and support your journey. Positive conversations can inspire you to think bigger and aim higher. At the same time, be a positive influence for others. When you're encouraging and kind, you not only help those around you, but you also strengthen your own mindset. Pay attention to how you talk to others and to yourself. Are your words building up or tearing down? Negative self-talk, like, "I'm not good enough," or "I can't do this," can become a habit if you're not careful. Replace those thoughts with empowering ones. "I'm learning," "I'll figure it out," or "I'm getting better every day." Speak to yourself like you would to a close friend you care about. Action plays a big role in improving your attitude. If you want to feel better, do something positive. Help someone out. Work on a goal. Take care of your body with exercise or a healthy meal. When you take action, you prove to yourself that you're in control, and that boosts your confidence and mood. Even small steps add up. The key is to keep moving forward, no matter how slow it feels. Be mindful of how you handle challenges. Life will throw obstacles your way. It's unavoidable. What matters is how you respond. Do you let problems knock you down, or do you see them as opportunities to learn and grow? A positive attitude doesn't mean ignoring difficulties, it means facing them with courage and optimism. When something goes wrong, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Or, how can I make the best of this situation? Take responsibility for your life. Blaming others, making excuses, or feeling like a victim keeps you stuck. When you take ownership of your choices and actions, you reclaim your power. You can't always control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond. That's where true freedom comes from, knowing that you have the ability to shape your own life. One way to boost your attitude is to celebrate small wins. Don't wait for something huge to happen to feel good about yourself. Did you handle a tough situation well? Celebrate it. Did you stick to a habit for a week? Acknowledge that effort. Recognizing your progress, no matter how small, builds a sense of accomplishment and keeps you motivated. Be present in the moment. A lot of negativity comes from worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. When you focus on what you can do right now, you feel more in control and less overwhelmed. Take a deep breath. Notice what's around you. Engage fully in what you're doing, whether it's working, spending time with loved ones, or simply enjoying a quiet moment. Finally, remember that improving your attitude is a lifelong journey. You won't wake up one day and suddenly have the perfect mindset. It's something you cultivate daily with small, consistent choices. Some days will be harder than others, but that's okay. The important thing is to keep trying, keep learning, and keep growing. Over time, you'll notice the difference not just in how you feel, but in the opportunities that come your way and the relationships that flourish around you. Your attitude is your choice. It's your responsibility. When you choose to improve it, you're choosing a better life. Work on it every day, and you'll see how powerful that simple decision can be. Number 6. Take time for yourself. Taking time for yourself is one of the most important things you can do every day. It's not selfish, it's necessary. Life gets busy and responsibilities pile up, but if you don't make time to care for yourself, you'll eventually burn out. Prioritizing your well-being is how you stay strong, focused, and capable of giving your best to the people and tasks that matter most. Start by understanding why this is so essential. When you take time for yourself, you recharge your energy, physically, emotionally, and mentally. It's like refueling your car. You can't run on empty and expect to go far. Taking care of yourself allows you to show up fully in all areas of your life. It improves your mood, boosts your productivity, and helps you maintain better relationships. The first step is making it a priority. Schedule it into your day, just like you would an important meeting or appointment. Don't wait until you have extra time, because let's face it, extra time never magically appears. Set aside even 10 or 15 minutes a day to do something that's just for you. It might not sound like much, but those moments add up and make a big difference over time. Think about the things that make you feel relaxed and recharged. For some, it's a quiet walk in nature. For others, it's reading a good book, listening to music, or practicing meditation. It could be as simple as enjoying a cup of coffee in peace or writing in a journal. Whatever it is, make sure it's something that genuinely brings you joy or peace, not just another item on your to-do list. Being mindful during this time is key. It's not just about doing something for yourself, it's about being present while you're doing it. Put your phone away. Don't let your mind wander to work, chores, or anything else that pulls you out of the moment. Focus on how you feel and fully enjoy the experience. One important way to take care of yourself is by setting boundaries. Learn to say no when you need to. If you're always saying yes to everyone else, there's rarely anything left for you. Saying no doesn't mean you're letting people down, it means you're respecting your own limits. When you take care of yourself first, you'll have more energy and patience to help others later. Another way to take time for yourself is to reflect on your goals and values. Use this time to check in with yourself. Are you heading in the direction you want? Are your daily actions aligned with your long-term goals? Reflection helps you stay grounded and make adjustments when needed. It also gives you clarity and a sense of purpose, which is energizing in itself. Physical self-care is just as important. Exercise, eat nourishing food, and get enough sleep. These aren't luxuries, they're basic needs. When you take care of your body, your mind benefits too. Even a short workout, a healthy meal, or a quick stretch can do wonders for how you feel throughout the day. Taking care of your physical health is one of the simplest ways to invest in yourself. Emotional self-care matters just as much. Pay attention to your feelings and don't ignore them. If you're stressed, sad, or overwhelmed, take the time to process those emotions. Talk to a trusted friend, write down your thoughts, or simply sit with your feelings. Letting yourself experience and work through emotions helps you release them instead of bottling them up. It's also helpful to take time to celebrate your progress. Think about what you've accomplished, big or small. Maybe you reached a personal goal, overcame a challenge, or simply made it through a tough day. Recognizing your achievements boosts your confidence and reminds you of your strength. This kind of reflection can be deeply rewarding and motivating. Lastly, remember that taking time for yourself isn't something you should feel guilty about. It's necessary for your well-being and, by extension, the well-being of those around you. When you take care of yourself, you're setting an example for others to do the same. You're showing that it's okay and important to prioritize health, happiness, and balance. Taking time for yourself is about recharging your energy, protecting your peace, and nurturing your growth. Make it a daily habit. Even on the busiest days, carve out a moment to connect with yourself and do something that restores you. It's not a luxury, it's a responsibility to yourself and to everyone who depends on you. Number 7. Work on giving back. Giving back is one of the most powerful and fulfilling things you can do every single day. When you make it a daily habit, it doesn't just help others, it transforms your life too. Giving isn't just about money or big gestures. It's about sharing your time, energy, and kindness in ways that make a difference, no matter how small they seem. Start by understanding that giving back creates a ripple effect. When you help someone, they're more likely to help someone else. The kindness you put out into the world doesn't stop with the person you help. It keeps moving forward. It's a powerful way to create a positive impact that reaches far beyond what you can see. The first step is to look around and see where you can make a difference. It doesn't have to be complicated. Maybe a neighbor needs help carrying groceries, a colleague could use some encouragement, or perhaps someone in your community needs support during a tough time. Opportunities to give back are everywhere, you just have to notice them. Decide to help. Do the little things. Get clear on what would work for you. One of the easiest ways to give back is with your time. Volunteering is a great example, but it doesn't have to be formal. It could be as simple as spending time with a friend who needs someone to talk to, or helping out at a local event. Time is one of the most valuable things you can give because it shows you care enough to be present and involved. Your skills and talents are another way to contribute. Think about what you're good at. Are you great at fixing things? Can you teach someone a skill? Maybe you're good with kids, technology, or organizing projects. Sharing your abilities can have a huge impact on someone's life. What seems small or easy to you could be life-changing for someone else. Another way to give back is by sharing your resources. This doesn't mean you have to be rich to help. Even small things count. A meal for someone in need, donating items you no longer use, or supporting a cause you believe in. It's not about how much you give, it's about the intention behind it. When you give from the heart, it always makes a difference. Kindness is another form of giving back that costs nothing but means everything. A smile, a kind word, or a simple thank you can brighten someone's day. You never know what someone might be going through, and your small act of kindness could be exactly what they need to feel seen and valued. Listening is another underrated way to give back. Sometimes people just need someone to hear them out without judgment. Being fully present, paying attention, and showing empathy can be incredibly powerful. It lets people know they're not alone and that someone cares about what they're going through. Teaching and mentoring are also wonderful ways to give back. Share your knowledge and experiences with others, especially younger generations. Whether it's through formal mentoring programs or simply offering advice to someone who needs guidance, you're helping others grow and succeed. Teaching others also reinforces your own learning and deepens your sense of purpose. Giving back also means contributing to your community. Participate in local events, clean up public spaces, or support local businesses. When you invest in your community, you're creating a better environment for everyone, including yourself. It's about building a sense of connection and belonging that benefits everyone. Finally, don't underestimate the power of gratitude in giving back. When you express gratitude, you're giving others the gift of feeling appreciated. Thank the people in your life who support you, from family members to colleagues to the service workers you see every day. A heartfelt thank you can go a long way in strengthening relationships and spreading positivity. When you make giving back a daily practice, it changes how you see the world. You start to notice opportunities to help and connect with others. It shifts your focus from what you don't have to what you can give. And in giving, you often find more joy, fulfillment, and purpose than you ever expected. Giving back is about making the world a little better every day. It's not about grand gestures or waiting for the right moment. It's about showing up, noticing what's needed, and doing what you can. Every act of kindness, no matter how small, adds up. And when you make it a part of your daily life, you're not just helping others, you're growing into the best version of yourself. Number 8. Smile and stay positive. Smiling and staying positive is one of the simplest yet most powerful habits you can work on every single day. It's not about pretending everything is perfect or ignoring the challenges in life. Instead, it's about choosing how you respond to those challenges and deciding to approach life with a hopeful and optimistic outlook. When you smile and stay positive, you're not just helping yourself, you're influencing the people around you too. A smile is one of the most natural and universal ways to connect with others. It costs nothing but can mean everything to someone else. When you smile, you instantly create a sense of warmth and openness. Think about it. How do you feel when someone gives you a genuine smile? It's like a small burst of sunshine that can brighten your day. And here's the best part, smiling is contagious. When you smile at someone, they're likely to smile back, and that small act of kindness can spread further than you realize. Staying positive starts with your mindset. It's about focusing on what's good in your life instead of dwelling on what's wrong. Life isn't perfect for anyone, but there's always something to be grateful for if you take the time to look. Maybe it's your health, your family, your friends, or even the small things like a beautiful sunset or a good cup of coffee. Gratitude is a powerful tool for staying positive because it shifts your attention from what you lack to what you have. One of the keys to smiling and staying positive is to guard your thoughts. Be mindful of what you're feeding your mind every day. Are you constantly consuming negative news or comparing yourself to others on social media? If so, it's time to make a change. Surround yourself with positive influences, books, videos, conversations, and people who lift you up instead of bringing you down. What you allow into your mind has a direct impact on how you feel and how you see the world. Another important part of staying positive is learning how to handle setbacks. Life will throw curveballs your way. That's just part of the journey. But how you respond to those challenges makes all the difference. Instead of letting setbacks knock you down, see them as opportunities to learn and grow. Ask yourself, what can I take away from this experience? How can I use this to become stronger and wiser? When you approach challenges with a positive mindset, you turn obstacles into stepping stones. Staying positive doesn't mean you ignore your emotions or pretend everything is fine when it's not. It's okay to feel sad, frustrated, or overwhelmed sometimes. Those emotions are a natural part of life. The key is not to let them control you or define your outlook. Acknowledge how you feel, give yourself permission to process those emotions, and then make a conscious choice to focus on what you can do to move forward. One way to boost positivity in your daily life is through acts of kindness. When you do something kind for someone else, it lifts your mood and creates a sense of connection. It could be as simple as holding the door open for a stranger, complimenting someone, or helping a friend in need. These small acts not only brighten someone else's day but also remind you of the good in the world. Your environment plays a big role in how positive you feel. If you're surrounded by clutter, chaos, or negativity, it's harder to maintain a positive mindset. Take time to create a space that feels calm, uplifting, and inspiring. This could mean tidying up your home, adding some plants or personal touches, or spending more time in nature. A positive environment supports a positive outlook. Taking care of your body is another important part of staying positive. When you eat well, exercise, and get enough rest, you're giving yourself the energy and resilience to handle life's ups and downs. A healthy body and a positive mind go hand in hand. Even something as simple as going for a walk can do wonders for your mood and perspective. One of the most underrated ways to stay positive is through laughter. Don't take life so seriously all the time. Find moments to laugh, whether it's through a funny show, a joke with friends, or even just laughing at yourself when things don't go as planned. Laughter is like a reset button for your mood. It helps you let go of stress and reminds you not to sweat the small stuff. Finally, remember that positivity is a choice you make every day. It's not something that just happens to you, it's something you create. When you wake up in the morning, decide that you're going to approach the day with a smile and a positive attitude. Remind yourself that no matter what happens, you have the power to choose your response. And when you do that consistently, positivity becomes a habit, a way of life that makes everything brighter. Smiling and staying positive isn't about living in denial or pretending life is perfect. It's about choosing to see the good, to focus on solutions instead of problems, and to bring light into the lives of others. When you make this a daily habit, you'll find that life becomes more enjoyable, relationships grow stronger, and challenges feel a little easier to handle. And most importantly, you'll feel more at peace and more fulfilled as you walk through each day with a smile on your face and hope in your heart. Number 9. Prioritize your health. Taking care of your health should be one of your top priorities every single day. It's not just about how long you live, but how well you live. Health affects everything: your energy, your mood, your productivity, and your relationships. When you prioritize your health, you're investing in your ability to show up as your best self, no matter what challenges life throws your way. Start with the basics: what you eat, how you move, and how much rest you get. These 3 areas are the foundation of good health. If you're not eating right, your body won't have the fuel it needs to perform at its best. If you're not moving regularly, you'll feel sluggish and, over time, your strength and endurance will fade. And if you're not getting enough rest, you won't have the clarity or energy to tackle your day effectively. Eating well doesn't have to be complicated. Focus on real, whole foods as much as possible: fresh fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats, and whole grains. Avoid overloading on processed foods, sugary snacks, and empty calories. Think about food as fuel for your body. The better the fuel, the better you'll feel. When you're mindful of what you eat, you'll notice changes in your energy levels, your focus, and even your mood. Staying active is another crucial part of prioritizing your health. You don't need to spend hours in the gym or run a marathon. What matters is finding ways to move your body every day. It could be as simple as going for a walk, playing with your kids, stretching in the morning, or taking the stairs instead of the lift. The key is consistency. Small, regular movements add up over time and make a big difference in how you feel. Rest and recovery are just as important as nutrition and exercise. Your body needs time to recharge. That means getting enough sleep and taking breaks during the day when you need them. If you're constantly burning the candle at both ends, you'll eventually run out of steam. Aim for quality sleep by creating a bedtime routine that helps you wind down, maybe reading, meditating, or simply turning off your devices an hour before bed. Your mental health is just as important as your physical health. Stress, anxiety, and burnout can take a toll on your well-being. That's why it's essential to find ways to manage stress and take care of your mind. Practice deep breathing, meditate, or spend time doing something you enjoy, like reading, gardening, or listening to music. Don't be afraid to reach out for support if you need it, whether that's talking to a trusted friend or seeking professional help. Hydration is another often overlooked part of health. Your body is made up mostly of water, and it needs plenty of it to function properly. Keep a water bottle with you throughout the day and make it a habit to drink regularly. Staying hydrated helps with energy, digestion, skin health, and even concentration. It's such a simple habit, but it can make a world of difference. Health isn't just about avoiding illness or injury. It's about building the strength and resilience to live life fully. Regular checkups with your doctor or dentist are part of that. Don't wait until something is wrong to take action. Preventive care is one of the smartest investments you can make in your long-term health. Another way to prioritize your health is to listen to your body. Pay attention to how you feel. If you're tired, rest. If you're hungry, eat something nourishing. If you're stressed, find a way to relax. Your body gives you signals all the time, and the more you tune in, the better you'll be able to take care of it. Remember that health isn't about perfection, it's about progress. You don't have to change everything overnight. Start with one small habit and build from there. Maybe it's swapping soda for water, going for a 10-minute walk after dinner, or setting a bedtime for yourself. The important thing is to keep moving in the right direction, one step at a time. Taking care of your health is a daily commitment. It's about making choices that support your well-being, even when it's not convenient or easy. But the benefits are worth it. When you prioritize your health, you have more energy, more clarity, and more capacity to enjoy life and pursue your goals. You're not just taking care of your body, you're taking care of your future, and that's one of the most powerful investments you can make. Number 10. Practice patience. Practicing patience is one of the most powerful habits you can develop. In a world that moves at lightning speed, where everything seems to demand instant results, patience often feels like a lost art. But it's worth cultivating because it brings peace, clarity, and a deeper understanding of life and the people around us. Patience starts with understanding that not everything happens on your timeline. Life has its own rhythm, and trying to rush things only leads to frustration. Whether you're waiting for a promotion, working toward a personal goal, or dealing with a difficult situation, learning to trust the process is essential. It's about having faith that things will unfold as they should, even if it takes longer than you'd like. One of the best ways to practice patience is by learning to manage your emotions. When something doesn't go your way, it's easy to get upset or angry. But reacting impulsively often makes things worse. Instead, take a moment to breathe and reflect. Ask yourself, is this something I can control? If not, how can I let it go? This shift in mindset helps you stay calm and focused, even in challenging situations. Think about the role patience plays in your relationships. Whether it's with family, friends, colleagues, or even strangers, being patient shows respect and understanding. When someone makes a mistake or says something that irritates you, it's tempting to snap back or criticize. But taking a moment to pause and respond thoughtfully can strengthen the connection instead of damaging it. People appreciate when you give them the space to grow and improve. Patience also plays a critical role in achieving long-term goals. Success doesn't happen overnight. Whether you're learning a new skill, starting a business, or working on personal growth, the journey takes time. Impatience can lead to shortcuts or giving up too soon. But staying committed and consistent, even when progress feels slow, pays off in the end. Remember, every step forward, no matter how small, is still progress. One way to develop patience is by practicing mindfulness. Being present in the moment helps you appreciate what's happening right now instead of constantly focusing on what's next. For example, if you're stuck in traffic, instead of getting frustrated, use the time to listen to an audiobook, reflect on your day, or simply enjoy a moment of stillness. When you shift your focus, you'll find that waiting becomes less of a burden. Patience isn't just about waiting, it's about how you wait. Are you anxious and restless, or are you calm and composed? Practicing patience teaches you resilience. It's about learning to endure difficulties without losing your cool. This kind of strength helps you navigate life's inevitable ups and downs with grace and determination. Think about times when you've been impatient. How did it feel? Probably stressful, maybe even exhausting. Now, compare that to moments when you've chosen patience. There's a sense of ease and control that comes with it. Choosing patience doesn't mean you're passive or indifferent. It means you're actively deciding to respond in a way that serves you better. Another important aspect of patience is self-compassion. We're often hardest on ourselves, expecting perfection and immediate results. But growth takes time. Whether you're learning a new habit, recovering from a setback, or working through a challenge, be kind to yourself. Recognize that mistakes and slow progress are part of the journey. Patience with yourself is just as important as patience with others. Children are a great reminder of the value of patience. Think about how they learn to walk, talk, or tie their shoes. It doesn't happen all at once. They stumble, fall, and try again. But with time and encouragement, they master these skills. As adults, we can apply the same mindset to our own lives. Progress isn't always visible right away, but it's happening, step by step. Finally, remember that patience is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice. You won't get it right every time, and that's okay. What matters is that you keep trying. Start small. Maybe it's letting someone go ahead of you in line, or taking a deep breath when you feel annoyed. Over time, these small acts of patience will build into a habit that transforms how you approach life. Patience is a gift you give yourself and others. It brings a sense of calm, strengthens relationships, and helps you stay focused on what truly matters. When you practice patience every day, you're not just waiting, you're growing, learning, and building a life filled with purpose and peace. Success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out. Remember, it's not the big, dramatic changes that make the biggest difference. It's the small, everyday choices you make. As we wrap up, think about the 10 things we've discussed today. It's not about doing everything perfectly, it's about consistency. Every small effort you put in today will build up and lead you to where you want to be tomorrow. Now take a moment to think. What's one thing from today's list that you can start working on? Just one thing. You don't have to do it all at once, but taking that first step is what matters. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now. You've got this. Keep working on these things every day, and watch how your life transforms. You're capable of more than you know. So go out there, stay focused, and make today count. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to take that first step right now. Keep moving forward, and remember, every day is a chance to become the best version of yourself. And if you want to remain in the game for a lifetime of adventure and exploring, it's time to get fit.